Hello everyone. So today we'll see how we can create a simple drop-down on with the help of CSS. Okay, so let's create a file first. So create a file here, name it a folder. Inside this folder, we're going to create a file index.html. Okay, so for we will create a the header of the bar. So we'll see how we can create a drop-down navigation. So inside this, we're going to create a div and we'll name it like class logo. So this will be our logo. So you can write your name here, logo. And then we're going to create nav bar. Okay, so inside this, we are going to create a UL item. So this will be our class main nav. Okay. Inside this, we will have few hyperlinks. So let's say home. Okay, I'm going to copy this 3-4 times. Okay, home. Name it about. Product. Okay, blog and contact. You can name it according to your choice. So now if you go in the browser, here you can see we have this. So now we are going to create another file for the styling. So I will name it style.css. Okay. So first I'm going to style the main list, right? Like the main header navigation, then we'll see the drop down. Okay. Let's quickly add the style.cs. So this is to connected to the style.css. So by default, there's the box sizing. I will make it border box. Okay, then margin. For all the elements, I'm setting margin 0. So star means all the elements. And padding, I'm also setting it to 0. Okay, so now you can see the difference. Okay, I will open it in the Chrome. Okay, so here you see. Now we are going to style the header part. So first of all, we have header. So inside this, we have two elements nav and div, which are the drag to header. So I'm going to make header display flags. Okay, justify content space between. So it will add the space between. Okay, so you can see here. So now we can give the equal you can give the equal width or according to your choice. So for example, logo is not going to do that big, so I'm going to give. But before that, I will add the padding left, right to top, bottom. You can make it like 20 pixel, left, right, 50 pixel, and add a background color. So you can see what is exactly happening over there. So I'm going to give it light blue, save it. So go here, and now you can see this is our header. Okay, so now the logo, I'm going to set the width to, let's say, 50%. 50%. Okay, background color. So we can see what is exactly happening. Later on, we'll remove the background color. Light pink. Okay, and then we have this nav, that is the drag child. So we're going to give the nav width of 65%. Background color, yeah, light yellow. Okay, save it. Now we go here. See, okay, so the color here I gave the, sorry, it's not the nav, it's tag, not the class. Okay, so it's, here we go. Now what we do, we will style them first. Okay, first we are going to style the nav. So inside this nav, we have the UL. Okay, and UL is our main nav. So you can simply target it nav. Inside this nav, we have main nav. So I'm going to make a display flex. Okay. Width, see, and then I'm going to give them width. I want to give them the width to 65%. Want to take them to the whole width. So you can give like width 100%. So now this 100% is taking this 65%, the whole width. Okay. So then justify content, space in between, save it. You can see. So we can reduce the width in between. Like here we give the width 65%, 35%. What we can do, we can just make it like 55%. So 10% will be the space that will be divided in between. So we will keep them aside. Okay. So now just inside this main nav li items. So you can make it li items inside this. Just remove list style type, none. Remove the dots. Okay. So it will remove the dot here. Okay. Then inside this we have a elements and we'll make it decoration, none. To remove underscore and color, we'll make them to now. And also you can make it like to make them equal. What we do here when we set the header, we can set the align items center. So it will center them vertically. Now you will see here. So you see they are now vertically both these elements they are in the center. Okay. So this is the part. Now next we our focus is to create the drop down. So here I will move this background light yellow and this background color because we have seen that this is done. So for the drop down, what we're going to make like for products, I'm going to create 3 more or 4 more products. So when you create a drop down inside the same element here where we have this, okay, we'll add some space. So inside this product li, we are going to make a drop down. So you can give this a class of drop down. Okay. And here inside this, you are going to make again UL element. Okay. And inside this, we have li elements. Let's create 3 li elements. One, 2, and 3. Okay. So save it and refresh. So you can see here we are showing the product 1, 2, 3. So how you can make them perfectly now? Just you have to make this drop down, and here we make it drop down block. Okay. So 2 classes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a drop down. This one li to be. I'm going to make that li. Okay. Here I will make dot drop down position relative. Mhm. Okay. So this will be the position relative, and I'm going to make this position absolute drop down block. So this is inside this list item, so it will become the child of that. Okay, so you can make it dot drop down block. So this will now move according to the top of its parent, that is main drop down. Okay, so I'm going to then give them position absolute. Okay, so it will remain there now. Okay, so you can see position absolute, so it will come out of that, and then you can set it to position absolute and make it like a width of let's say 200 pixel. So I will add a background color so we can see like how much width we added. Just give it yellow, save it. Okay, here you can see the width we have given. So if you want, you can reduce the width. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reduce width around 150. Okay, 120 pixel. Okay. Now this is good. So drop down is good. Now we just need to add some styling here. Okay, so what we can do, let's give it a text align center. Text align center. Give it now. So you can see they are in the center. Now we can do it. We can add the padding to all the li elements. So in the drop down, so make sure you give the outer class so that it doesn't apply the same to all the outer elements. So inside this, we have this li tag. So we can give like uh border border bottom 1 pixel solid tag. Save it. You can see the border bottom, and then we can add the padding around the A element. So inside this, what will do the padding? Now you can see the clickable area is very small. Like you have to hover on this, then it becomes clickable. So we can increase the clickable area for the better user experience. So we'll give the padding top bottom, let's say 10 pixel left, right, 12 pixel. We can see how it looks like. Then we can change. Okay, but we need to give it some height. Bottom. Okay, let's make it display inline block. Save it. So you see with the what happened, because a element by default it's an inline level element. So when you have a inline element sometimes the padding doesn't apply the on it properly. So in that case, make sure you give it display inline block property, so with which the padding will be applied properly. Okay, so now it looks nice. And then you can see we have a last child property. So last child here, child CSS. You can always go and check on like Google, and you can see here on W3 School. So it's best. So whatever I'm applying, it's better. You can like check this out on the. If you don't understand something, you can always go and check that out. So here you can see the last child will change the background, like they are adding the background color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this from the last child. So let's see if we can move it here. So we apply this, and I'm going to copy this and to last child, make border bottom one, save it. Let's give it applies. So you can see now it looks nice. Okay. So now we just need to add the hover effect. You can play around with this a little bit more. You can give the like a to margin top and bottom, something like that. That's your choice. You can add more space here, like from top bottom, you can make it like 15 pixel, save it, and you can see the okay. So now what we can do, we can add the hover factor display block and display none. And for that, so first of all, we will make this drop down block display none. Save it here. Okay. So when we hover on the list item here, okay, on drop down, we will make that drop down block display. So what we can drop down on hover, make that drop down block display block. Save it. Go here, refresh. So you see, now it's perfectly working. So this is how you can create easy drop-down element. Let me know if you have any question, and I will post the code in the description. I will give you the link for the code. Thank you very much for watching the video, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.